I am so happy that you're joining me for this video. This video is a little bit different. So it's gonna be more of like sitting down across from each other and just talking for a little bit. Because for the longest time, I've been wanting to film for you a video sharing with you my planner journey. So if you're new to my channel, you can expect weekly videos of planning content. And if you've been here for a while, I am so happy that you're here. Welcome everyone. Okay, so let's get started. So back in 2018 is when I first discovered a paper planner. So I've always used a notepad. So ever since I was working or at home, I've always had some kind of notepad next to me where I would just jot down my to-dos or ideas and things like that. But then back in 2018, when we first started our homeschool journey, I was overwhelmed. And even though I did have a background in education, it's totally different when you're trying to teach your own children. So I was overwhelmed. I really did not know what I was doing. And my husband said, you need to lesson plan. You need to lesson plan like if you were lesson planning for your students, but now you just have one student because back then we only had one son. So then I'm like, okay, let me go find myself a full-on yearly planner. And that's what I did. I went to Michael's and I just started strolling down the aisles of Michael's, and I came across the Happy Planner. So I did not know about disc-bound systems, and that was one of the first things that made me fall in love with the Happy Planner as a brand. I came across it was a big Happy Planner. So those are the ones that have the 11 discs. It was a big Happy Planner teacher edition, and the cover just drew me in because it said you can change the world one student at a time. So it was just really fitting for me and for the season in life that I was in, because I had my son who at the time was in first grade. He was around a first grader. He was in first grade, and it just like spoke to me, the quote. And I have always been driven to quotes. I love scrolling on Pinterest just to find, that inspirational quote. So that was one of the first things that drew me into the Happy Planner. And then when I went online and I just went on YouTube and started searching for Happy Planner videos, oh my goodness, you guys, I went down the rabbit hole. So I found so many amazing channels, and then I discovered that there was a whole planning community on Instagram, which I was not very social media savvy. In 2018, I used Facebook, but I had no idea about Instagram. I didn't know, Instagram was for the cool people. I was on Facebook. So, I just started watching videos on YouTube and following several of the accounts that we all love, the Happy Planner accounts. I started following them, and that was it. I was done. I was way in deep into the Happy Planner. I bought a memory keeper. I bought a mini Happy Planner. I bought definitely way more classic Happy Planners than I needed, but I loved it. I loved the disc-bound system. I loved the fact that I could take the pages out and rearrange the sections. But most importantly, I really loved that it had given me a place that I could plan our lessons. So I was more intentional in planning for our homeschool. And then I just bought another planner to kind of just manage and plan out the things that I needed to around the house in general. So that was in 2018. So that was in early 2018. And then in spring of 2018, we were on a family vacation, and I was scrolling on Instagram because by then I was hooked. I loved seeing all the beautiful planner spreads created in the Happy Planner community, and I just loved the creativity and being able to just express yourself through stickers, because I did dabble in a little bit in bullet journaling, but that just wasn't for me. I loved it, but it was just too time consuming, and just drawing, I can't draw, so that was a no. So then I was just, you know, scrolling on Instagram, and my husband came up to me and he's like, why don't you open an Instagram account and share your planner? And by then I was adding some stickers here and there. Mostly I was copying a lot of the Happy Planner spreads that I loved, because I had no idea what I was doing. So I remember Rochelle. So she was one of the first ones that I copied her spread. I copied one of her beautiful cacti spreads, Plans by Rochelle. She is amazing. And I also copied several from Planning with Bumble, Mary Ellen. And I was just doing my thing at home, not really thinking that anyone, you know, on the internet would ever want to see what I had to, what I created. So I'm like, I don't know, like, I don't think people want to see it. And he's like, just give it a shot. I mean, what's the worst that can happen? And, you know, I'm like, okay, fine. But I'm like, what should I name my Instagram? And he came up with the name. So Eat, Pray, Plan was the name that my husband suggested for my Instagram planner account, and then for this channel. So that's it. That's how kind of like the Eat, Pray, Plan account was born back, I want to say it was around March or April of 2018. And I just started sharing my Happy Planner. So like I mentioned before, the first one was the official first Happy Planner was my teacher planner, my big. But then I did have several classic Happy Planners, and this is the first one that I filled out completely. So I have a really, you know, I love this planner so much, because it is a combination of, you know, sticker spreads. It's a combination of, there's some memory keeping, and it's just really holds 18 months of our lives. And I really enjoyed creating the spreads and sharing them. And, you know, my sister was my first follower, but then, you know, slowly my account started to grow, just because, you know, I started to interact with other people. I started to meet people. One of my first friends was Allie from According to Allie, and she was not on the Happy Planner squad yet, but, you know, the summer of 2018 was when the Happy Planner squad submissions opened up. So if you're not familiar with the Happy Planner, they do have a yearly call in which they open up, you know, submissions for you to apply in order to be part of their squad, which is kind of like their PR team. So I think that Allie had just gotten into the squad, and she was just a huge inspiration, and I just kept sharing my Happy Planner, kept planning every week, and kept buying all the sticker books. And, you know, in the summer, when I saw all the posts and the pictures of everyone who had gone in the squad that year, I'm like, is this something that I could do? Could I possibly get on the squad? Like, is that something, you know, that I can achieve? And that's kind of like, you know, the next step in my planner journey was using my planner to reach certain goals. So I have here, I want to share with you that, because that's been a huge thing as to why I am consistent in planning, is because my planner, aside from being a creative outlet for me, because I love stickers, I love to write everything down, it has definitely been a place that I can use to plan out my goals and achieve them. So I want to share with you, for example, I want to share with you this vision board that I created. And it's just a vision board that I made using the Happy Planner product, and it was a vision board of the house that I wanted, because back then we were renting an apartment. So I created this vision board, and I'm like, I don't know. We shall see. I'm gonna create this vision board, and I learned about vision boards and creating vision boards in the Happy Planner community. So again, the planner itself, the planner, the book, is just one part of this whole journey, because for me, the best part is the community, the people that I've met, and just the goals that my planner has helped me reach. So, in 2018, in the summer, I saw everyone that had gotten into the Happy Planner Squad, and I'm like, okay, let me see if I can do this. Let me prepare myself and figure out if being part, if even considering applying to the Happy Planner Squad is something that I want to do. So I went for it. I talked to Andres about it, and he's like, I think that, you can do it. And I set up a big, scary goal for myself. And I, from the summer up until maybe like winter, or like in the winter, the summer and winter, I really, focused on meeting people in the planner community, sharing my planner, my planning style, and just connecting with the Happy Planner community. And then one of a few reasons why I wanted to be part of the Happy Planner Squad was, first and foremost, because we had a brand new baby at home. So our youngest was like 18 months, I think. And, I was homeschooling, and everything that I did, everything revolved around my kids. So I saw this opportunity as something that could be only for myself. And, a bonus is that it was doing something that I loved, which was planning and using my stickers and sharing them with all of you. So, first and foremost, I wanted to have something that was for myself. And I wanted a goal that, would make me proud if I achieved it. And again, in that season in life, the only thing that I could see myself doing was something, on social media, just because, my life was so focused, and still is focused, on my boys and homeschooling. So, when the submissions opened and it was time for us to apply to the squad, you guys, I was a wreck. I cried filling out the application, more so because it was such a big goal that I had set myself. And, taking it back to the planner, like, that goal had started, in my planner. And again, that is why I'm so passionate about paper planning and using a planner, because you can plan and write down so much more than just, I need to do the laundry today, I need to clean the kitchen, I need to take the boys here or take them there. It's something that can really help you, and it's definitely has helped me. So a few weeks later, I got the email. That I had been accepted into the Happy Planner Squad for the year 2019, from June 2019 up until June 2020. So that is when a really exciting part of my planner journey started, because I received that email and I was just so happy, so proud, because I was able to be part of a very small group of people who had been chosen to represent this amazing company that I believed in, that I used their products. And as part of, being part of the Happy Planner Squad, we were gifted a trip out to California, and we were able to tour the Happy Planner headquarters, which that was amazing. That was a dream for me, because as someone who loves creativity, just being able to see where everything starts and then it ends up in Michael's or in Joann's or, the Happy Planner website, it's just so cool to watch. And then I met the other members of the squad, which were amazing because I had already been talking to all of them and just being able to meet them in person. And then I met the founders of the Happy Planner, Stephanie Fleming, her daughter Kayla, her sister, and I met Hannah, who, you know, we had been in contact with because she was in marketing back then. So I just met a lot of really great people. You know, it was, you know, we went to Disneyland, which I've never been before. So it was just a really cool and just really special time and experience for me in my planner journey. And then that was in the fall of 2018. So then, you know, we went back home, squad boot camp was over, and I do have a highlight in my Instagram account in my stories that says Happy Planner Squad. So if you check that highlight out, you can see pictures, you can see my reaction when I learned from my husband that I had gotten the email that it was accepted, and it's just a really cool memory to have. So it's over on my Instagram and you can check it out if you want to. So then in the fall of 2019, after boot camp and everything, you know, I continued to share my love for the Happy Planner, for paper planning, for using stickers, but I always felt a little bit that I did not fit in the, you know, with what I thought in my head was supposed to be, you know, represented using the stickers of the Happy Planner. Just because if you're familiar with the Happy Planner, you know that they have beautiful, colorful stickers, and their planners are just so amazing because the artwork in those planners, it is, oh my goodness, you guys, it is to die for. That is why we end up with, you know, 10 planners as part of our lineup for the year, right? And we end up with all, you know, 100 sticker books. So, but, you know, I always felt a little bit, you know, that I did not fit in. So, you know, I kept sharing, I kept planning, but, you know, I don't know, there was something in me that, again, and it's nothing that anyone said or anything, or probably that's not even true, but I don't know, I just felt that my style wasn't Happy Planner style, if that makes sense. So I stopped kind of using a ton of stickers in my spread, and I started just decorating very minimal. You know, if you've been around for a while, you know that I absolutely love florals. So every other spread that I do is a floral inspired spread. So, you know, I just kept doing my thing. But then I kept seeing all these beautiful Happy Planner spreads, and I'm like, I can't. It's not me. It's not who I am. And, you know, that was something that I had in the back of my head, and I'm kind of just telling you guys this because that is kind of how I ended up where I am right now. So, you know, I kept sharing my spreads. I opened up a YouTube channel, and, you know, I would do plan with me's and everything, but my style was very much, you know, less stickers. So then, let's see, then 2020 rolls around. So 2020, you know, rolls around, and I was using the dashboard layout in a classic Happy Planner, and my planning style had definitely changed just because the season in life that I was in was totally different. So not only was I homeschooling now 2 kids because our youngest was a little bit older, but we had just purchased our first house. So, you know, you saw my vision board for our house. That dream house had become a reality back in October, and we had purchased our first house. So it was hectic, to say the least. And, you know, I just stopped using a lot of stickers and just really focused on the plans. I started using, like I mentioned before, the dashboard layout. I started using daily inserts in my classic Happy Planner, which I had never used before. So like the hourly inserts, I really, really love that. And till this day, those are like the backbone of my planning system. I need to daily plan. And, you know, I just felt that there was something missing in my planner life. And I searched the hashtag, just like, you know, functional planning, because one of my biggest inspirations, who always uses her planner in a very functional way, but is able to, like, you know, throw in the stickers and the mild liners and just beautiful spreads, is April from Mom Run Craft. So back then, she had already kind of transitioned to ring planners, which I had no idea existed. I was, you know, really in deep into the Happy Planner and the discount system. So I started searching the hashtags, and I stumbled upon beautiful accounts of minimal planners, functional planners, and then I discovered the ring planners. So I discovered the ring planners and, you know, the leather covers, and I just loved it. I just loved the softer tones, the, you know, the neutral tones, the simplicity of everything, and I was overwhelmed. I was overwhelmed with the stickers, with, you know, all the extra paper that I had, all the extra things that I thought I needed in order to plan out, you know, my days. And, you know, again, this is nothing, you know, no one had said anything to me. This was all in my head. So I switched, and I switched from my classic Happy Planner, and I bought a half letter. So the classic Happy Planner has 9 discs, a half letter has 8 discs. So I bought the half letter, and I bought a lavender cover that I saw in Jen McIntosh's Instagram, and it was beautiful. It was my first leather cover. So I bought a lavender pink leather cover, and I was hooked. I loved it so much. So, you know, I started planning, and I discovered cloth and paper, and I was still using my Happy Planner, but I was seeing myself transitioning into a more minimal, you know, planning style. And I discovered cloth and paper, and, you know, Almond Paper Co., Infinite Lotus. I started following a ton of beautiful minimal accounts, and, you know, just really enjoying that type of planning system. So then in the summer of 2020, so last year, I bought a Filofax ring planner, and it was the Croc ring planner, and I loved it. Actually, Andres gave it to me for my birthday, and I loved it. I loved setting up the planner. I felt that it gave me, you know, the flexibility that rings gives me. You know, it allowed me, because I could remove the pages just by cutting the slits, but then I could definitely, you know, make the planner, customize it the way that I wanted with the inserts and everything. And I'm like, awesome, I'm a minimal planner now. I won't spend any money. And boy, was I wrong, but hold on, we'll get there in a minute. So, you know, I planned in my personal planner for a couple of months. And then I have here some notes because I don't want to forget. And then let's see, then fall. So we're already in fall 2020 of my planner journey. So then in fall, I decided that I was going to de-stash my Happy Planners products, the ones that I wasn't using. So it took me months, and it took me a lot of thinking and just categorizing and analyzing things, and I de-stashed everything that I did not use. And I used that money to buy my first Gillio. So this is not it. It was, I think it was this one, actually, the Lotus. I think it was the first one that I bought of the Beisel Trade Group. So, because I had already fallen in love with leather covers thanks to Lavender, so I wanted to have a pink one, and I kept seeing this brand, and I'm like, okay, let me try it out. So I did, and I loved it. I loved the way the leather felt. I loved the configuration of the planner. And yeah, I just really enjoyed planning again, because I don't know why, like for some reason I had kind of like lost that joy. And I guess that it's normal, like we all go, like in anything in life, we go through ups and downs and seasons in life. So I was really enjoying planning again and just playing with my planner. And then doubt set in again, and I'm like, oh my goodness, I'm switching from stickers to just pen and a few little functional stickers. Will people like me? Will people want to see my product, my, what I create? Will I be able to inspire people? And self-doubt, just like, it's horrible, you guys. I know that we all go through it, and comparison is the thief of joy. We know that. And, I just started doubting myself, started doubting what type of content I was sharing on YouTube, on Instagram. And, I just had to really decide to just do what worked for me without worrying how someone else might see it. Because if I'm being honest, and if we're being honest, like, I don't think people, and I tell this to myself all the time, like, people are not expecting anything from you. Like, we are the ones who put all the expectations of the perfect planner, the perfect photo, the perfect spread on ourselves. Like, no one's expecting that. People just want to see us be genuine and share our planners. So, I'm still battling with the self-doubt, but, I'm working on it, work in progress, getting better every day. And then, in December, I learned about the 365 freeze that Holly from Dash of Plans was doing. And if you want to learn a little bit more about that, I will link her video below, and I will be sharing with you kind of like what I plan to do. But, basically what it is, it's, you're just a little bit more intentional with your planner spending and using what you have. So I'm like, this is a sign. This is a sign from the planner gods that I need to just focus on myself and do what works for me. So, by then I had already switched from personal size to A6. And for me right now, the A6 size, it's like planner piece for me. So, I'm using the A6 size. I'm using my journal right now. I am using a book bound as a homeschool planner. I'm using a personal for wellness and faith, and it just works for me. I am sharing with you what helps me in hopes that even if there's one person that it can help, it has been worth it. So, right now it's January 2021. We're starting a brand new year, and I don't know, I just look back on everything that has happened since I opened my Instagram account, and to be honest, it's not about the planner that I've been using. It's not about, how many stickers I put on my page. Like, at the end of the day, the main reason why I'm so passionate about paper planning is because, as cliche as it sounds, it has changed my life, because it has helped me set goals to buy a house. It has helped me set goals to be in the Happy Planner Squad. And this year I have, financial goals, and I have wellness and health goals. So, all this to say that, we are all on a different planner journey. And what I want you to take away from this video is not the planners that I'm using. It's, just what I've accomplished because of a paper planner. And, I want that to kind of be the takeaway of this video, is that no matter if you're discs, if you're rings, if you're minimal, if you're decorative, we all have something to share in the planner community. And there's always a special spot for you and for your planner, regardless if you're a happy planner or a minimal planner. And, at the end of the day, the important thing is what's inside, and what those inserts, what that planner is helping you accomplish in your life. So, with all that, I have another video for you coming up, because I'm doing kind of like a little series of like a welcome 2021 series, and this is the first video for you. So kind of like explaining my planner journey and where I've been, you know, what these last 2 years in the planner community has brought to my life. And the next video is going to be what I've learned in 2020 planner edition. So I will share with you, you know, a couple of things that I've learned in hopes that they'll inspire you too, and, you know, just, you know, make you realize that it's not about the pretty spread, and it's not about, you know, the pretty edited photo. It's about what this planner helps us accomplish in our life. So that was it. That was my planner journey that I wanted to share with you guys. I hope you found it, you know, useful. I hope you enjoyed chatting with me for a little bit. And if you are new to my channel, don't forget to subscribe and turn on your notification so you don't miss the next video of this series, but also all the other videos that I'm going to share with you. And if you've already subscribed, thank you so much. Thank you everyone for taking the time to hang out with me and to be here. And I look forward to seeing you on my next video. Bye everyone. Stay safe and healthy. Take care.